to be an example of the power and wisdom and grace and mercy of God in my life.
So I come from a centered place. I come from a focused place. I come from compassion. It's just my nature.
Before there was any such thing as a Republican or a Democrat, we were black. Before there was any such thing as a Mason or an elk, we were black.
At 70, Denzel Washington confirms what Oprah is really hiding. And it's not just about talk shows or tearful interviews. While Denzel has stayed grounded in his faith and family, Oprah's name keeps coming up in whispers about control, manipulation, and who really gets to make it in Hollywood.
She's so freaking mean to me. I was in shock.
Behind the scenes, insiders say she edits interviews, silences critics, and chooses who rises and who disappears. From the Taraji P. Henson pay dispute to her longtime ties with Harvey Weinstein, and that pulled Russell Simmons' doc, the red flags are stacking up.
There's not 3 black actresses that they can say are bigger than you that we're gonna give this to. Imagine you being at that point and have to humble yourself and say, they're not paying me, y'all.
And the more Denzel quietly stands firm, the louder Oprah's silence feels. There are many rumors going around about Oprah Winfrey, one of the most powerful women in Hollywood.
So I come from a centered place. I come from a focused place. I come from compassion. It's just my nature.
Some people say she secretly controls and manipulates the careers of black artists and other famous people. These are not just wild guesses from strangers. Some of these stories are coming from people who have worked in Hollywood for many years. These are actors and actresses who have won big awards and worked closely with powerful people. They say the truth behind the cameras is very different from what we see on TV or read in magazines. According to them, reaching the top in Hollywood has a very high price. Some even say it takes away your peace, happiness, and even your identity.
So let me ask you this. What is happening in Hollywood that a guy that tough will be on the street waving a gun, screaming, they are trying to kill me?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Some of these stars say they tried to get out of that life and go back to something normal. But when they tried, they faced serious problems. They were no longer offered good roles or were pushed out of the industry. These stories show us that there may be more going on in Hollywood than we know. The lights and red carpets make it look shiny and perfect. But the truth may be much darker. More and more stars are now starting to speak out about what they have been through. They want the world to see the real side of Hollywood. One of the things people are saying about Oprah is that she edits interviews and public appearances to control how people are seen. If someone says something she doesn't like or that doesn't fit the story she wants to tell, it gets removed or changed. Some say she does this to protect her image or push a certain message. It can make someone look bad or hide important things they said. This can be very unfair, especially for people who trusted her to share their stories honestly.
She's so freaking mean to me. I was in shock.
Many of these claims come from people who are or were part of the Hollywood elite. They say Oprah is not just a talk show host or a kind businesswoman. They believe she has more power behind the scenes than people realize. From choosing which stories get told to picking who becomes famous or who fades away, she may have a strong hand in shaping the entertainment world. These are heavy claims, and they raise serious questions about how much control one person should have. One actress who spoke out is Taraji P. Henson.
There are no colored bathrooms in this building or any building outside the West Campus.
You might know her from movies and TV shows. She worked on a film where Oprah was one of the producers. Taraji said she felt hurt and betrayed. She said Oprah did not support her when it came to getting paid fairly. Taraji expected Oprah to stand by her as a fellow black woman in the industry. Instead, she felt ignored. In her book, Taraji shared how painful this was for her. She felt that someone she looked up to had let her down. Oprah responded later in an interview. She said she didn't know anything about the pay differences. Oprah said she didn't ask what people were being paid and trusted the director, Lee Daniels, to handle it. She explained that she agreed to work on the film because she believed in the story, not because she wanted to get involved in salaries. Oprah said, "I'm sorry Taraji felt hurt. That was not my goal." But many people still felt that Oprah should have done more to help Taraji and speak up for her.
You know it and I know it. These 17 hard years for that money.
This is not the only time Oprah has been connected to controversial people. One of them is Harvey Weinstein. He was a big-time film producer who got into major trouble. Many women said he hurt them and acted in very wrong ways. This became part of the Me Too movement, where women spoke up about abuse and mistreatment in the workplace. Oprah was friends with Harvey for over 20 years. That made some people very uncomfortable. They couldn't understand why she would be so close to someone like him.
After lots of drama in the jury room, there is a verdict in the sexual assault retrial of disgraced movie mogul Harvey Weinstein, at least for some of the charges that involved 3 different accusers.
There were even reports that Oprah supported Harvey after the accusations came out. Her team denied this, but because of her long friendship with him, people found it hard to believe. There are even photos of Oprah and Harvey smiling together. Some people even said Oprah helped introduce young actresses to Harvey. If that's true, it's very serious. But again, nothing has been proven, and these are just rumors. When asked about it, Oprah said she tries to find the good in every bad situation, calling it a rainbow in the cloud. Another name that came up is Jeffrey Epstein. He was a billionaire with a lot of rich and powerful friends. In 2019, he was arrested for very serious crimes. He was accused of hurting very young girls and running a network of...
Ghislaine Maxwell, longtime companion of Jeffrey Epstein, has been found guilty of conspiring with him to recruit and teenage girls.
These were not new charges. He had been in and out of court since 2005 for similar crimes. After his 2019 arrest, he was found dead in his jail cell. Many people believe he did not end his life on his own, but that someone powerful wanted to silence him.
The night before he died, new documents show convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein left a meeting with his lawyers to call his mother. She had been dead for 15 years.
People began to share conspiracy theories on the internet. They said famous people, including Oprah, might be involved or at least knew what Epstein was doing. Some even shared posts asking why Oprah and others stayed quiet. One post that went viral pointed out that celebrities like Chrissy Teigen.
Chrissy Teigen, she's a model, a best-selling author, and the founder of the food and cookware brand Cravings. And now she's adding something new to that list, podcast host.
And Ellen DeGeneres.
Thank you very much. Thanks so much. Welcome to the Oscars. For those of you watching around the world, it has been a tough couple of days for us here. It has been raining.
Had deleted many tweets, but never said anything to clear their names. Oprah later posted on Twitter saying, "It's not true." She said she was just staying safe at home and had not been arrested or raided. There was also another moment that made people question Oprah's decisions. She was working on a documentary about women who said Russell Simmons hurt them. Simmons is a famous music executive.
This morning, music mogul Russell Simmons stepping away from his businesses.
Russell Simmons, now the latest big name, left to defend himself.
9 women accused Simmons of a wide range of misconduct.
Oprah supported the film at first, but later removed her name from it. She said she no longer agreed with the filmmakers. Oprah said she still believed the women and thought their stories were important, but she felt the movie needed more work. People wondered if she pulled out to protect herself or someone else. Some conspiracy theories also say that Oprah knows about or is part of child trafficking rings that involve rich and powerful people. These are serious and shocking claims. There is no real proof, but these ideas keep spreading online. One reason people talk about this is because of her school in South Africa. Oprah spent $40 million to open a school for girls in South Africa. It had nice things like a yoga room and beauty salon. Many people praised her for helping girls get an education. But just a few months after the school opened, something bad happened. A staff member was accused of hurting the students. Oprah was very upset and said she would find out the truth. She said, "Don't usually hurt just one child." So she hired outside people to look into it. The woman accused was named Tiny Virginia Makopo. She was charged with hurting 14 students. But later, the court said the case had no strong proof. The judge said there was not enough evidence, and some of the students' stories did not match. Makopo was cleared of all charges. She said her life was ruined by these false claims. She said she was left broke, sad, and unable to work again. Oprah said she felt heartbroken by what happened. She promised to change how the school was run. She also said she was unhappy with the court's decision. Oprah has shared her own story of being hurt as a child, so this case hit close to home for her. Even though the woman was found not guilty, the whole situation left many people with questions. With so many things happening, it's hard to know what's true and what's not. Some people believe Oprah is a kind and giving person who helps others. Others think she hides things and uses her power in bad ways. What's clear is that she has a lot of influence. When someone has that much control, it's important to ask questions and look for the truth. Some people believe Oprah does not like it when others speak against her. There are rumors that she tries to scare people or stop them from talking about her. Comedian Cat Williams, for example, has spoken about powerful people in Hollywood.
There's not 3 black actresses that they can say are bigger than you that we're gonna give this to. Imagine you being at that point and have to humble yourself and say, they're not paying me, y'all.
It is said that Oprah may have tried to silence him or block him from telling his side of the story. This makes people wonder why she would want to stop someone from speaking freely. Some think she uses her fame and money to control the stories people hear about her. Some people say she can decide which actors or shows get attention and which ones do not. She may also have close ties with news outlets, which helps her control what gets reported and what doesn't. This kind of control makes some people feel nervous, especially if they try to speak against her or reveal something negative. They fear they might lose work or be pushed out of the industry. There are whispers that Oprah's journey to success may not have been as clean as it looks. Some believe she made secret deals with powerful people early in her career.
As I became more and more financially successful, which was a big surprise to me, I was like, oh my God, this is so exciting.
Others think she may have connections with people who helped her in exchange for something. These are just rumors, but many believe Oprah works hard to keep her past hidden. She rarely talks about the tough parts of her rise to fame. This makes some people question what really happened on her way to the top. It adds mystery and raises doubts about the truth of her story. Some comedians, like Cat Williams,
we should be ashamed,
and Dave Chappelle,
So let me ask you this. What is happening in Hollywood that a guy that tough will be on the street waving a gun, screaming, they are trying to kill me?
Yeah.
What's going on?
are said to be planning to reveal Oprah's secrets. They may speak out about her power and the things she has done to keep her image clean. These comedians have faced problems in Hollywood and may want to tell what they know. If they speak out, it could change how many people see Oprah. People may begin to ask more questions about the real story behind her success and how much control she really has in the entertainment world. Anyway, while Oprah has been promoting such controversial figures and beliefs, one person has remained true to their religion, and that is Denzel Washington.
Before there was any such thing as a Republican or a Democrat, we were black. Before there was any such thing as a Mason or an elk, we were black.
You see, he isn't just any actor. He's one of Hollywood's most respected figures. Known for his Christian faith, strong family values, and public integrity, Denzel has always walked a different path compared to many of his peers. He's openly discussed the importance of being a good father, advocating for strong family values, and putting God above fame. In a 2017 interview with CBN about his film, Roman J. Israel, Esquire, The two-time Academy Award winner shared profound insights into his spiritual beliefs and the philosophies that guided his life, both on and off the silver screen. Denzel, whose transformative performance in the 2017 film garnered critical acclaim, spoke passionately about the intersection of his Christian faith and his role as an actor. For him, faith wasn't merely a passive belief, it demanded action and activism. In his view, everyone possessed unique gifts, and it was the duty of individuals to utilize these gifts to make a positive impact in the world.
Mr. Ramirez was told he was not under arrest, and yet he was refused use of the bathroom. That's violation of civil rights.
Denzel emphasized during the interview, highlighting the significance of pairing belief with action. However, he also acknowledged that not everyone needed to be an activist in the traditional sense. Denzel recalled a prophetic message from a woman who foresaw his global influence, not as a preacher in the pulpit, but as a speaker through his work. This revelation inspired him to use his platform in the entertainment industry to spread messages of hope, love, and faith. When Denzel questioned his pastor about his purpose, wondering if he was meant to become a preacher, the response was profound. "You already have a pulpit." These words served as a powerful reminder that Denzel's influence and reach extended far beyond the confines of a church, permeating the hearts and minds of audiences worldwide. With humility and determination, he embraced his role as an agent for good, recognizing the profound impact storytelling could have on shaping perspectives and inspiring change. In the film, Denzel subtly nodded to scripture through the character's name, underlining the depth of his understanding of faith and its relevance in the contemporary world.
You're asking me to obey an erroneous court decision, and you tell me to wait. In my experience, wait.
One of the central themes of the film was justice. Throughout the entire course of the story, Roman questions his own personal view of justice. The film delves into the profound disparity between man's view of justice and God's view of justice, highlighting that the two aren't always in alignment. God's justice, as depicted in the Bible, is always right and good, taking everything into account, and cannot be swayed or altered by human biases or prejudices. This powerful exploration of justice added layers of complexity to the character of Roman J. Israel, prompting viewers to contemplate the profound question of what constitutes true justice and righteousness in a flawed world. In any case, Washington has also opened up about his profound connection with spirituality and how it guided him away from the glitz and glamour of Hollywood parties. Denzel's story serves as a testament to the transformative power of faith and the unwavering influence of a spiritual encounter. Denzel reminisced about his upbringing, where his father, a devout man of God, instilled in him the values of faith and righteousness. This foundation would later play a pivotal role in shaping Denzel's character, especially during his early years in the entertainment industry.
And to be an example of the power and wisdom and grace and mercy of God in my life.
His spiritual awakening came in the early 1980s when he found himself at a crossroads, torn between the allure of Hollywood revelry and the call of his faith. It was a struggle familiar to many, a battle between the material world and the spiritual realm. Denzel candidly shared that he had several encounters with faith, each time drawing him closer to the divine. One significant turning point occurred when he attended a church service with renowned director Robert Townsend.
It feels good. It feels good to spend somebody else's money. I can't lie, but I'm still conscious of budget because right now I've got to go back to work. Bye!
Denzel decided to surrender himself completely, stepping forward to the altar in a moment of profound vulnerability. In the prayer room, he experienced something inexplicable, a sensation of ascending into the air, his cheeks filled with an overwhelming presence. It was a supernatural experience, leaving an indelible mark on his soul. Despite this powerful encounter, Denzel confessed that he wasn't immediately prepared to fully embrace this newfound spirituality. He acknowledged the struggle within himself, attempting to reconcile his spiritual awakening with the temptations of the entertainment industry. Yet, the memory of that transformative moment stayed with him, serving as a grounding force even in the face of immense fame and worldly distractions. Denzel quietly fights against unfair treatment in the entertainment world. He doesn't talk loudly or point fingers, but he sets an example with how he works.
He gracefully and privately agreed to contribute. As fate would have it, I was one of the students that he paid for.
He picks honest roles and supports real stories about Black people. He understands that there are deep problems in Hollywood, especially with how Black actors and stories are treated. Even though he doesn't say much publicly, his choices show he knows the evil that exists and wants to do something about it in his own way. Denzel and Oprah Winfrey both have long careers and millions of fans who trust and admire them. They move in the same powerful circles. This means they know many of the same people and attend similar events. Because they are both at the top, they likely hear and see things that most people don't. If something serious happens in the industry, especially if it hurts Black performers or creators, there is a strong chance that both Denzel and Oprah are aware of it. There are many rumors about Oprah knowing secrets in the industry. People say she has strong control over her public image and what she shares with the world. She has spoken with many celebrities, politicians, and powerful people. With all that access, it's possible she knows a lot about bad things that have happened behind closed doors. Some even believe she holds on to serious truths about misconduct and problems within the entertainment world. However, she chooses not to talk about these things in public. Denzel, like Oprah, has been in the industry for many years. He has built a reputation for being private and respectful. He doesn't chase fame or drama, but that doesn't mean he is unaware. He probably knows many of the same secrets Oprah does. Both of them seem to carry a heavy burden, knowing truths that the public doesn't. They don't expose anyone, but their silence feels like a quiet protest. In any case, many fans are applauding Denzel for standing firm in his faith, even as he risks alienating powerful figures in Hollywood. But for Oprah, the response has been far more divisive. While some continue to defend her legacy, others are beginning to question whether her platform did more harm than good.